All right, welcome to the Ravit Show. We are here at AWS reInvent, and look who I have with me, Michel, CEO and co-founder of Airbyte. Super excited to be chatting with you, Michel, because I know we spoke recently about 1.0 launch Airbyte, which has been amazing in terms of how community has kind of reacted to the Airbyte 1.0 launch. I'm kind of wanting to learn a little about that as well. But since we are here at AWS reInvent, I remember we chatting last year, and y'all have evolved so much over the year. There have been some very interesting announcements that y'all made with AWS as well. So just for our audience, would you like to start telling us a little about how do you feel about being with 65,000 people here at AWS reInvent? But not only just that, a little about 1.0 launch as well.
Yeah, great to be here. Great to
Yep.
see you again, Ravit. In terms of 65,000 people, I don't know if we feel like it's so spread out
Yeah,
that you still have room to circulate and everything.
Exactly.
Now, on the boost traffic, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So you can definitely see the difference.
yeah, that's awesome. Exactly. We were here last year as well, and it was 60,000. It has grown, but it just feels so good, to be around so many people. There's obviously I've been seeing Airbyte, booth, which has been always so busy, so which is good. I'm also wanting to learn a little about the Airbyte 1.0 launch.
Yeah.
How's the community felt about the announcements? Anything that you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah, I think 1.0 really revealed our superpower.
Right?
Like the connector builder has completely like shoot up.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
we made so much effort on like simplifying like the extensibility experience.
Right.
Just anyone now, whether you know code or you don't know code, you can just build and address a data silo. And the experience of either moving directly into Airbyte Cloud or Airbyte open source, or publishing onto the onto the repo and making the connector available to the marketplace, that's been a killer feature.
Yeah,
So-
it's a game changer for sure, and that's what I've been seeing, socially, online, and obviously the community talking about it. I've been seeing also infographics coming out of the community, and it's always so good to see the open source community reacting to the new launches. And 1.0 was definitely massive, so we've seen that. I've been also kind of learning a little about Airbridge, right? And that is like the AI piece that you all are building, and I've been seeing Theo and team and a lot of other folks as well working around it. Would you like to share a little about that as well?
Absolutely. What we've discovered with Airbyte, so we're very attuned with the data community.
Yep.
And over the past year and a half, we've started to really penetrate into the AI community. What's interesting is there is an overlap, but it's not a big overlap. And there are some requirements that are the same, but there are also very specific requirements. Whenever you're building an AI application, you need to think about chunking, you need to think about data freshness, you need to be thinking about embedding, which model, etc., etc. And those are things that we actually spinned out a completely new team within Airbyte to inject all these AI-specific feature
Right.
in between sources and destination, and making sure that people can leverage data into their AI application, whether it's through like hybrid search, RAG search, etc., etc.,
Yeah,
and
very
just making it dead simple to build something and to not have to worry about how is data going from point A to point B.
That's
Because
very interesting.
We love doing it,
Yeah.
but AI engineers, they don't like to do that.
You're making it easy for all the AI engineers out there. I'm kind of also curious to learn, how do you see that moving in the next 3 months? What's the big plan? Because we'll be in 2025 already.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, we're going to continue to just invest in like getting all these new AI features as part of the Airbyte platform.
Right.
There is a big thing that we announced during 1.0, which was our enterprise connectors.
Right.
We've released Workday, we've released Oracle. Like we're working on SAP, we're working on NetSuite, we're working on all the good stuff that our customers are just asking for us to deliver.
Yeah.
And this is going to come in the next few months, in the next few quarters. So
We are
big deal
excited
for us.
about it, for sure. And
And
congrats on-
Iceberg, very important.
Iceberg. So you all know open source community where Airbyte team is moving around. So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Michelle. Quick question around the big announcement that went out yesterday with AWS AWS at the reInvent. Wanting to learn about that. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our customers, a lot of our community members are on AWS, and we've always been very close to their team.
Right.
So for us, it was really part of like growing the business, growing the company, growing the adoption, and having that partnership with AWS is a very big deal for us.
Yeah, no, I think that's something which is pretty exciting for the AWS community as well, because I know I've been, obviously attending all the Airbyte parties, and I've seen so many AWS folks in the community also attending those. So it becomes like a good story, and that's a good news for the community.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One of the things we've always had since we started Airbyte is how do we remove friction?
Very
So
true.
we remove friction by how easy it is to install, how easy it is to use, and now it's also how easy it is to use within your own AWS infrastructure.
Right.
Big deal. Like people care about removing friction.
Love it.
And that's been part of our DNA.
Love it. And how do you see what's, because we are just around 2025, I'm kind of wanting to learn a little about the trends as well. What do you see? What are the big things that are going to happen in 2025, not only just in the data, but also in the AI world?
Yeah. So right now what I was saying is that there is a bit of the groups are a little bit disjoint.
Yes.
What we see is that these groups are getting closer and closer and closer because building AI application, building AI processes, etc., depends so much on data that these two groups have to become more and more like closer and closer. So this is a shift that we're starting to see happening, where in our audience we see that overlap growing, still a little bit disjoint, but overlapping. The other one is a lot of the technologies that exist, like Iceberg, to me are going to really, like people are really going, like a lot more companies are rallying already around it, but it's going to be a big year for Iceberg next year. So that's why we've been investing in it for the past few years, and like we're going to have like this very, very, very solid Iceberg connectors with all the...
There's going to be more focus on Iceberg as well in 2025.
Yes.
So we're going to look at that. But thanks for sharing all the insights. It's always such a pleasure chatting with you, Michel.
Same.
One last question for our audience. If people want to reach out to you, is LinkedIn a best place? Twitter? Where can they reach out?
Like we have a community Slack, very, very lively Slack. We have, of course I'm on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Everyone has to be on LinkedIn these days. And our website, I think, is a great point of entry.
Yes, I know Slack is very interesting in terms of, obviously the community talking about various topics. The team is so accessible, so thanks for that. And definitely I'll share the links with you guys so you all can join the community. But again, such a pleasure chatting. Thank you, Michel.
Thank you, Ravit.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.